Hello everybody, it's Joanna here, Joanna the Medium. Thank you so much for tuning in. These are going to be your general readings for the month of April 2017. And just like before, I have a slight change again in the way I did it. And Spirit keeps me on my toes. And I just think it's exciting that every month they ask me to do something different. So I think you'll enjoy it because I'm actually separating the reading into different categories. So what I have done in this month of April, I am using only major arcana cards as the overall energy for the month, and then I'm also using the chakra cards to see what chakra will be affected in April. For the remaining of the reading, I have separated them into three categories: love, relationships, money, career, and health. And then I'm using my soul cards so that you can get a feeling of what you get, which you guys really liked last time. And then I give you my interpretation. Now, the month of April seems to be interesting. I actually did the readings over three weeks or so I don't remember all of them. They tend to be a little bit longer this month than last month, and I'm not sure why that's happening. So I'm going to try to keep a lid on it, because sometimes if they get too long, then it gets a little bit boring. But what I wanted to say is this: if some information doesn't relate to you to relationships, maybe the information will connect with you with regards to money or health. So that's why I separated them, because lots of people want to hear different categories, and having them separated, I thought it was actually a great idea when my guide decided that we should do this. And I think next month I'm going to be using different cards again. So I'm keeping it interesting, and I hope you like all the different ways that I do this. It's different and it's kind of exciting, and you never know what to expect. So it certainly keeps me on my toes, and I hope that you enjoy it. I don't think there's anything else other than please tune into my radio show. If you would like to go and to my website and sign up for the newsletter, I will be sending out information with the show dates and also when free readings will take place. So go ahead, sign up, and I will send that to you. And I think that's all I have. So I hope you enjoy them. And of course, please, if you would like a private reading, you can check with me. That information is down below for you. And those are general readings here. So they will not apply to all of you, but they will apply to those who are meant to hear it. And without further ado, also please check out Vimeo videos if you would like for more extended readings. And I think that's all I have. See you in May. Enjoy April, and talk to you soon. Without further ado, let's get going. Hello, sign of Virgo. This is going to be your reading for the month of April 2017. I have 5 cards laid down. I always have them down because I don't want to be prompted with any messages before I actually give them to you. So I want it to be an element of surprise, and that way I get the hit, so to speak, as I open the cards, so my mind doesn't have too much time to make things up. Okay, when I was shuffling cards and asking for the overall message for you guys, sign of Virgo, I keep hearing the word peace, and I kept hearing the number 7. So, or kept seeing the number 7. 7 to me signifies mastering an aspect of yourself emotionally. Mentally, yes, but emotionally more so than anything else. Mastering an aspect of yourself. And 7 also represents the 7th chakra. So we'll see what the cards say. So let's just leave it out there. I got the word peace, and I got the number 7, which also stands for July. But so that may connect with you, but let's see what we have. So the first card representing the overall energies, which is a major arcana card, we have the card called fertility. Beautiful card. So this is all about birth. This is all about things coming together. This is all about creation, the energies of creation. I also hear the word abundance. So for some of you, month of April is going to be, or the overall energy for the month of April is going to be that of creation, that of allowing creativity to flow through you, allowing the creative process to penetrate every aspect of your life. Now, this could also mean that some of you will become pregnant in the month of April, or you will be giving birth in the month of April. Now, if you do not want to get pregnant, since this is the overall energy, well, deal with it accordingly. But the energy of creation is very much there for the month of April. The card representing the chakra on which to concentrate in the month of April, we have the card called, or it's the root chakra, your first chakra. So this is all about safety, security. It's also about finances, feeling. This is sheer survival. The first chakra is an energy center that is all about sheer survival in the world. Oftentimes, in my experience doing therapy work for quite some time, any challenges with the first chakra will more often than not translate themselves into challenges with finances, or not being able to feel fully supported financially for whatever reason. So, interesting combination: creativity and a lot of ideas in the month of April, and the first chakra as being the one to focus on. So let's see what the card representing love is about. So just like last time, for those of you who watched March, I will hold the card to the screen. Notice what you get intuitively, and then I will go with what I get. Yeah, this way? Yes, this way. So notice what you get. The predominant colors of this card is white and blue. It may look a little bit purplish on your end, but in person it is predominantly white and blue. White is color of purity. Blue is color of expression. Creativity is, but it's also color of expression. So when I look at this card, and incidentally, there is a bit of orange here, which is also connected to your second chakra. When I look at this card, and this is to do in relationships, so this is with love or relating to other people. It could also be relationship with yourself. I hear the words walking away from something unhealthy, allowing yourself to have the opportunity to walk away from something that has been fundamentally inconsistent in your life. Now, whether this is a relationship as in romantic, whether it is a relationship with a coworker, whether it is a relationship with a loved one or a friend, there seems to be an energy of walking away from something or someone that has been fundamentally, I want to say the word imbalanced. I also want to say the word unhealthy. So let me just tune in to those of you who are coupled. And obviously this is not going to apply to all of you, because I'm not suggesting that all of you are going to walk away from somebody. That's not the case. But for those of you who are meant to hear this message, I actually hear the word bravo, as in bravo, you're doing this. So whatever is happening in the month of April that puts you in a position where you are walking away from something or someone, it definitely has a sense of freedom connected to it, or there's an energy of freedom connected to it. Incidentally, the butterfly here to me represents freedom, and it's also transformation. For some of you, you will be, figuratively speaking, walking away from certain behaviors within yourself that have been fundamentally, I'll use the word unhealthy. That's what I'm going to say. And then I hear the word sabotage. So for some of you, you have had a tendency to create chaos in your life and therefore sabotage a good thing when you have one, because for whatever reason you are feeling unworthy. And again, this is not going to apply to all of you. This is only going to apply to those of you who are meant to hear this. I also hear the words, you are better than this. So definitely connecting with some of you who are thinking of walking away from something. This could also imply a situation where you are walking away from a friendship or a relationship with a family member or a relationship with a coworker or work. And we have finances later. Definite movement forward from something, again, that was fundamentally, I keep hearing the word wronged. So for some of you, you have felt wronged in some aspect of your life when it comes to relating to people, relationship. And for most of you, this is going to connect to love, but it doesn't have to be just love relationship. And then I hear the words, take your time to find something better. So if you are actually thinking of walking away from something, do not jump into another relationship, not suggesting that you would. But as the message is, take your time to find something better. I keep hearing the word inconsistent. And then I'm being shown thoughts, heart. There is an inconsistency between those two components. So I'm trying to see what he's trying to show me. What you are feeling or what you are wanting to feel is inconsistent with what you are thinking. So again, very much about the mind-heart connection. And most of us have programs running in our head that tell us many things. We're not good enough, we're not this, we're not that, we should this, we should that, whatever the case may be with you. There seems to be a disconnect between what you are wanting to experience and what it is that you project out with your thoughts. So maybe some of you are walking away from an aspect of yourself that has been sabotaging the things that you are looking for. So that's an interesting twist on the whole relationship thing. Now, for some of you, I'm hearing the words baby. So this is again consistent with the fertility card. You are either going to conceive in the month of April, or you have just conceived, or you are going to, and when I say just, I'm talking February, March, or you are thinking or will be thinking of wanting to conceive and starting that process. For some of you, I see a ring being put on your finger. So whether you're man or woman makes no difference, but there's definitely a culmination of a relationship happening in the month of April and May, because I'm seeing both April and May. And then I hear the word strong foundation. Let me just see what that means. What do you mean? He says, for those of you who are getting engaged, you have a strong foundation. Now, I'm going back and saying to my guide, well, otherwise they wouldn't get engaged, right? And he says, well, not necessarily. So for whatever reason, he's saying this. I feel those of you who are meant to hear it, you will understand it, because the energy I get with this as well is that the foundation is strong, fundamentally strong, because you've put a lot of work into yourself to make a foundation strong in a relationship. So it's not just an empty message. There is a deeper connection to this. So that's about relationship. No huge revelations, although there's births happening and there's also leaving happening. So it's coming from different ends. Now, the next segment is money and career. So again, I'm going to show you the card and see what you feel. And then I'm going to interpret what I get. Oh my God, beautiful. Look, birth. Fantastic. I love when these cards coincide together. It's just, sometimes I shake my head because it's just, I do this every day, and every day I get these aha moments. So when it comes to career and money, there definitely seems to be birthing happening with you. Now, this is very much about birth. This is very much about birth. So the overall energy for April is about birth and expansion. Well, this is birth and expansion. So some of you are starting a new career. Some of you are going to get a raise, which is also connected to your first chakra. It's about money. Some of you are going to reconsider where you work or how you work. And then I hear the word vulnerability. So some of you are going to look at where you are, what you want to do, what your desires are, and you might want to you will start to gather ideas pertaining to what it is that you would like to do next. Now, I'm not saying that you are quitting a job, because that's certainly not the energy of what I get. But what I do get is an energy of birthing new ideas. I also hear the word project. Some of you are going to be starting in the month of April and May, or May, a project that will be financially quite lucrative. This is what I'm hearing. I'm also seeing a book. Some of you are going to start writing a book, or the ideas for your book are going to start flowing. Some of you, I see painting. Now, how does this relate to work? Well, it's career and money, right? Some of you are, I see painting. Now, I don't necessarily feel that those who I see painting is going to be a career, because clearly not all of you are going to be painters. But there seems to be, yes, an element of a creative career, and you starting a career which has a lot of creative component to it. So painting to me was actually shown as a sign of creativity. Now, we can be creative with anything, but I'm talking about like design, fashion, anything that, I hear the word flair, anything that has a creative feel to it. Creative and artistic feel to it, because we can be creative with, shovel and sand, right? So there is that as well. And I feel like some of you are on the brink of starting something new, a brand new career. And I hear the word fashion. So for some of you, you are birthing new ideas or starting a brand new career in a fashion industry or something connected to fashion. The word book is being shown to me. I'm actually seeing a book. And perhaps some of you are writers, and all of a sudden I see you typing away, because I don't think people write anymore. I see you typing away like mad, and all that says to me is that there is an influx of inspiration flowing through you. So the book project is getting a bit of a push or a move forward. There's definitely that. Now, all of this seems to be connected to money somehow. Now, again, money is often connected to the first chakra because, well, security, money, and money is security. So the other thing I want to say is, because the message was to pay attention to your first chakra, for those of you who are having difficulty with finances, you are being urged to ask or to look into your beliefs about safety and security in the world. So the example would be, when you were growing up, was your environment chaotic? Were you fearful? Did you feel unstable? Did you feel like you didn't have control? Did you feel scared? Did you feel like world was chaotic? What I'm trying to get at, if you are having financial challenges and have had them for quite some time, you need to look at what happened when you were growing up pertaining to safety and security in the world. Okay? And the example I will give you is this. Someone coming from an abusive household, whether the child was abused or parents were abusive to each other, 9 times out of 10, that person will come out with, just to step back, the abuse will affect the child's first chakra, because it will make the child feel very unsafe in a very basic way of relating in the world. So when people fight all the time, and a kid sees this, the child becomes very fearful. So that's an example. And when that is not corrected or healed, it will often have consequences around money challenges and challenges with money and finances. So maybe in the month of April, for those of you who have struggled with finances, you will have a birth of new ideas, and you will find the reasons why you are unable to attract or keep money. So this is very much about deep beliefs. Some of you have a deep belief that you are not deserving of money. Now, we are not born believing we don't deserve. We adopt those ideas based on what we see, feel, and hear. What we feel is also a consequence of an environment. So logically, you may say to yourself, yes, I absolutely deserve, but there might be an aspect of you that does not believe that. So you're being urged to look into that aspect of yourself, deep aspect, to get an insight as to why you might be struggling with money. So it's interesting because they're showing for some of you complete growth and for some of you struggles. So it's being shown on two levels. Now, the next card is card about health. So again, I'm going to hold the card up and see what you get, and then I'm going to give you what I feel and get. Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen this card. I'm going to have to look at it. Now, when I look at this card, I see the number 7. I don't know why. It's not because there is 7 in here, but 7 is, again, the number of mastery, and it's also connected to July. It's a very spiritual number. And when I look at this card, what I get, it's actually interesting because I hear the words healing through music. Now, I'm not suggesting everyone is going to heal through music, but there is an element here for some of you that you are meant to understand this. The other words I hear is be yourself and act accordingly. Stop trying to pretend being someone you are not. Now, how does this relate to health? Well, number one, I'm hearing the word headache and I hear the word stress. If you are always trying to be someone in order to fit in an environment, that means that you are always putting on a mask, which means you cannot be yourself. That is a constant friction or a constant, what's the word I'm looking for? Resistance to being fully who you are. Now, whether it's because you're fearful or you feel people are not going to accept you, I don't know what it is. But for whatever reason, I hear the words heart condition. So I'm not diagnosing here by any means that those of you who are always trying to pretend to be someone they're not have a heart condition, but there seems to be an interesting correlation there according to what I'm hearing from Spirit. So if you have challenges with your heart, please ask yourself or observe yourself and notice if you are always trying to be somebody you're not in order to fit in order to feel accepted. So that, and I clearly hear heart condition. I'm not saying there's going to be anything happening with it, but for some of you, there is a definite correlation and you need to look at this, okay? Now, some of you, I hear the word liver and anger. Now, liver is an organ that filters anger through anger and resentment. So for some of you, if you have some challenges with your liver, you may want to muse about how much anger you hold in. And I actually heard the word abusive father or alcoholic father. So it could be mother. So maybe some of you had an abusive parent or alcoholic parent, and you are holding a lot of resentment and anger. And the message here is your liver is taking the brunt of this for you. So signifying that, you know, if you hold a lot of that in you, your liver eventually is going to need some help. So if you have some challenges with liver, and I don't know how they would actually manifest, please look at your issues around anger and resentment that you hold to someone towards someone. Also, when I talk about it, I have this constriction in my throat, and I hear the words unable to communicate effectively and unable to communicate freely and safely. So some of you may have challenges with actually, oh, my ears are plugged all of a sudden, and I have this constriction. What is this, please? For some of you, please check your thyroid. If you have been stumbling, if your weight has been a stumbling block, or if you feel tired, sluggish, if you feel foggy, and by no means, again, and this is a diagnosis because I don't do that, please check your thyroid. It'll also be many times, actually more often than not, connected to one suppressing their voice and suppressing speaking up for their beliefs and for the truth, or speaking up safely. So there's a connection there. So some of you, please, you have an undiagnosed thyroid, and it is important for you to check this before it gets out of hand. And that's nothing serious, but it is reducing, or has the potential to reduce, the quality of your life. For some of you, I hear birth is happening soon, which is, well, this and the first card. Again, I hear the word April and May. Twins. Some of you are going to have twins. Isn't that interesting? And I don't know how far along you are, or if you're not even pregnant. No, I do feel this is going to be for somebody who already is pregnant. Some of you are having twins. That is interesting. Then I see the words and hear blood donor. Why is this being said, please? For some of you, if you donate blood regularly, I actually hear the words you're overdue. So I don't know what that means, and obviously it's not going to connect with all of you, but there is at least one of you that is way overdue when it comes to donating blood. Oh my God, I think that's humorous. I think it's not humorous that you donate blood, but it's just humorous that I got this message. Some of you might be considering donating blood, interestingly enough, and particularly if you have blood type 0 or O, and I don't know why this is being said, but anyway, it falls under the health category. Some of you, I'm being shown bouncing around on a trampoline, and I'm asking what is this? And then I hear the word exercise. So, or I actually hear the word jazzercise. So some of you may be looking at taking some jazzercise classes or exercise classes in perhaps a group environment. And I'm hearing this is more to do with cardio than lifting weights, but you know, both can go. Okay. I also hear the word fun atmosphere. So some of you are definitely thinking about partaking in some kind of activity for health purpose, but it's in a group environment or in a fun environment. Some of you might need to consider taking some exercise classes or some group exercises because he's saying to me it's getting out of hand. So I don't know what that means for you. I am a gym junkie, so I don't know what that means for you. I actually used to be quite overweight. So whatever the message is, he said it's getting out of hand. Oh boy, this is one of those interesting messages. And I think that's all I have. And then I'm seeing the number 7 again. So the number 7 seems to be interwoven throughout all the messages. So for some of you, you either connect with number 7, you have a connection to the month of July. I also see 777. Some of you maybe see 7s all the time. It is a very spiritual number, but it is a number of mastery. And then I hear the words understanding yourself. So many of you who hear this are actually looking at understanding yourself deeper. And that isn't always the case. Some people just want to have a pill handed over, and they want to have no responsibility or take no action on their end. But for those of you who are looking to understand yourself deeply, I hear the words, there is more coming. So this is going to connect with, obviously not all of you, but hopefully with all of you. That would be my greatest wish. Because when we understand ourselves fully, we can then truly love ourselves. And that was a bit of a channel right there. And I think that's all I have. Nothing negative. So that's great. Again, if you do not want to get pregnant, act accordingly, okay, or protect yourself. And for those of you who are pregnant or are about to get pregnant or give birth, congratulations to you, okay? I look forward to seeing you in the month of May. Of course, if you would like a private reading, by all means, you can connect with me. I have that information right down below. And thank you so much for all your comments. Please comment. I love reading your comments. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. As always, I will forever be grateful to you. Thank you and see you in May. Bye.